Collective energy reading for the water signs. Please only take what resonates. Leave the rest for the best. No bother stress. And if you're going to stress, give it to somebody else. Because if it's not for you, it could be for your boo. If it's not for you, boo, it could be for your brethren too. So please take all as it resonates. We're just going to start with positive cards. So just be enlightened. This is just for the water signs. It says you are transforming old patterns of your mind. So you're letting go, you're releasing, you're healing, you're letting go of old thought patterns you don't need to have around any longer. So you're letting go of thought patterns, you're in your emotions, you could be using your intuitions, you're looking at the quality of your relationships, your friends, you're looking at spirituality at this time. You could be letting go in certain things that's not enabling you to grow, those friends that are blocking you and stopping you, those relationships, those people, family members, situations. You're identifying and just embracing those failures as a stepping stone to be able to go towards your own success, because as each setback brings you closer to your goals. So you're allowing yourself to get these setbacks to make you closer towards your goals, water signs. It's all about your intuitions, your understanding, because you're embracing your healing, because you're surrounding yourself with positivity. And the energy you absorb, water signs, influences the outcome that you attract. So you're looking, it's an ebb and flow. What you're putting out, you're going to get it back. So you're identifying and you're transforming from these patterns you come and put in these bad, negative energies. You're transforming it to positive ones. You just embrace those failures. You've looked at the setbacks. You continue to keep on moving forward, because now you're surrounding yourself with positive energy. You're identifying it's a new world. We're not attracting no bullshit, no low dense energy. We're letting it go, like the cards will just drop, because your attitude determines your direction. So you change your attitude, you chose positivity, and you pay the way. So you're paving the way for your brighter future. So you're paving ways for your brighter futures. You're enabling yourself, assisting yourself, letting go of past hurt, pain, trauma, people, places and things. Water signs, to identify and recognize what you're needing, wanting within your life. So you're just calling on the Most High God, for I will restore health to you and heal you out of wounds. So you're getting your wounds healed, because everybody bleeds. We've all got to bleed to be able to let go, to look at the wounds, to identify, to recognize, to heal. So you're bleeding, you're letting go of certain people, places, things. You're releasing your emotions, those past hurt, pain, trauma, anything that made you feel low, dense, because Jehovah is the true God, and you are that true God. So you have to remember that true God within yourself, because you're embracing failures, you're recognizing, identifying, embracing in yourself, moving forward, because you let me hear in the morning of your steadfast love. So you upholding that steadfast love, you've got that complete trust within yourself, and you're just making the way. So you should know which way to go, for you lift up my soul, Psalms thingy. So you're moving within your heart. You want to be able to lift up your soul. I'm not playing no games with you lot. So sorry, I'm not in here playing games. I'm in here doing readings. So if you lot wanted to do private chats, you best private chat to yourself. I don't need no guest. I'm contented. You can see me reading. Gain some knowledge and gain some wisdom, gain some understanding to overstand your lot self, water signs, because it's a water sign reading. So it says, for you were made in my image, Genesis 1. So you're made in the image of the Most High God. Get to know thyself. You're getting an alignment for assignments, water signs. You're letting go of past hurt, trauma, people, places, situations and things. You're just enabling yourself for your growth. You're going towards your success. You're absorbing positive energies, any bad energies, negative energies trying to come and attract you. You are not allowing it, inviting it, nor attracting it. So you just start and you just continuously keep moving, because you let go, you just started, you kept it moving. And life is tough, but so are you. So you knew you embraced failures. Life was tough, so are you. You took those tough challenges. You didn't wish for it, you just worked for it, because you surrounded yourself with positive. You didn't wish for it, you worked for it, because you knew you didn't like that negative energy. And count your lessons. So you counted your lessons, you looked at your attitude, you was determined to be able to continuously keep moving forward. Water signs, gaining your knowledge, gaining your wisdom, gaining your understanding to overstand certain people's situations as well as things. You just was gaining your messages from the divine, and I'm just trying to identify what the divine message was for you. You gained that white clarity, you gained understanding to overstand, you gained the answers to your prayers, and all the affirmations are fully realized in the winter. So from the winter months, you could have been praying, you could have been making these positive changes, you could have been gaining clarity, you could be getting clear understanding understanding to be able to overstand certain people's situations and things. You were just getting an alignment for the assignment. You got the guided message. You knew that the change was going to happen. You seen the shift. You seen it was 2025 and it was the year of the snakes, so all them snakes had to get shedded. So you had to get in alignment for your assignment. You're identifying your true self. You know who you are. You know the ancestors, the spiritual guides be guiding you, protecting you on this life path journey. Yep, we've got to go through karma. Yep, we've got to go through these situations. Yep, we need to be able to gain this clarity. Yes, we need to be able to go forward. Yep, we've got to pray through these storms. Yes, we've got to embrace these things. And we've got to put in positive affirmations in order to get positive results. Because you work for it. And it was a part of yourself. You may have had to look at your shadow self. You may have had to identify parts of your shadow self to be able to work for these things. Oh, let's get it. You could have been looking at astrology, you could have been connecting, you could have been doing your affirmations, you could be doing runes. And it says, I know you're passionate about astrology, Tad, but it doesn't count as science credit. So you could be looking into astrology, and it's the study of how the movements and the placements of the sun, the moon, the planets, and the celestial bodies at this time of one's birth, and it can influence or predict one's behavior, your tendencies, and your life. Also the zodiac, your horoscopes, the sun signs, your moon signs, your rising signs, your age of Aquarius. Hey baby, what's your sign? So you could be looking at your signs. You could be identifying certain things and aspects within your life that you need to make positive changes for. What do you like? What do you need? What do you want? Who's within your life? You're looking to be able to evolve for your freedom. So you could be wanting to evolve at this time. You're gaining your intuitions. You're moving towards your success. This could have been from winter. You was looking at all these and identifying how to evolve. You could have been getting your awakening. You could have been gaining sudden changes from winter. This all could have been taken place. You could have been looking at different aspects of your life and thinking, how can I make these positive changes? What do I need to change? I'm not feeling good around these certain specific people, places and things. So let's look at the sacred message, the divine message that you was getting. It was love. It could have been due to love. You had to get that love and light. You had to get connected within yourself. You had to gain your wisdom, and that was for your fruition, for your achievements. You had to gain your insight. You could have been traveling. You could have been astro traveling. You could have been traveling and identifying from different worlds. You could be looking at different information, from the laws and religion to educational systems. You could have been looking at cross-cultural and learning about ethics, gaining your understanding. And you had to act within yourself, water signs, with lots of love and care. You had to give yourself that devotion. You had to look at your emotions. You had to gain your clarity. You had to open up your crown chakra at the top of your head, and you had to have your third eye activation for your priority. You had your senses. It was giving you wisdom, and you had discernment, and you had to move with grace. You had to look in serenity and beauty within yourself, and it was all from the divine. You was looking at selflessness, and you was resilient. You was getting that understanding to be able to overstand certain situations, because it was for your higher source. So you come to move in letting go of people. You're seeing the setbacks. You move with positivity. You gained your understanding to be able to overstand. So you keep on moving, water signs, because no matter what you're doing, you're gaining your clarity. You're getting that true divine connecting. You know that you have the Most High God will restore you. So you're getting restored, refined and restored at this time, because the spirit messages, you could have been gaining spirit messages, not really knowing how to channel them, but the messages are coming to you from the spirits. They're coming and getting absorbed. People around you might not have got these messages. You gain the message, and it was absorbed through limitations. So people was trying to put limitations, blocks within your way, water signs, so you're not enabled to be able to move. You identified these things. You kept on keep on moving because you was positive within yourself, and you used your third eye. You looked at the visions. You identified these things. You was activated, just like I said previously before. You got your wisdom. You had to detach. You had your discernment. You use your imagination. You continuously kept on moving because you had to gain your own clarity. You gained your understanding. You to be able to overstand these people, situations and things, to be able to get your own achievements, because you had your guardian. It was your guardian energy. You had that. You heard the call. The wolves was calling you. The spirits was calling you. That was for renewal. That was for yourself. That was for you to end certain cycles. That was because of could have been long-term careers and structures and goals, and people trying to block you through that. You had to gain your wisdom. You could maybe wanted to travel towards your long-term careers and goals, and this could have been a man or a masculine energy wanted to travel towards you. They could be learning. You could be in your masculine energy. You could be in a public image and looking at these things and identifying yourself to be able to move forward now, because you have to guard your energy, because you are in a public image. People are recognizing you, identifying you. They're open, and you're opening, and you're seeking, because you're connected with love. So now they're opening their intuitions. You had to open your intuitions due to the divine message, and it was eternal. You had to gain that that wisdom. You had to gain your balance. You had to open. You had to seek clarification. Now these people around you could be seeking clarification to know who you are. Now they want to be acting with love and light because they see that they're gaining this intuition and the wisdom to know that you move with love and light. They've got that insight. You're connected. They're getting interconnected. They're feeling things within their heart now. They wanted to be able to come and gain harmony and balance. They're looking at their health now, their self. They're feeling that within their heart. You could be feeling certain things within your heart. You getting that divine message. Your third eye's activated because you're looking towards positive things. You're guarding your heart. You're guarding your energy. You're guarding your soul. You could be speaking and being creative as well as guarding these things because you're activated, you're seeing and you're identifying these things because you got that due to secret temptations. You identified these people who had secret temptations. You guarded yourself because you had that light code. You had that harmony, you had that balance. This was due to your home. People was messing about with your structures, your home foundations. They didn't want you to have no harmony and balance. You gained your own insight. You gained your inner standing because you had to expand. You had to let go to be able to get that success because people trying to set you back. You stayed positive. You had to say, you seen the things of the dark night of the soul. You had your awakening. Now these people are having their awakening. This could be an imbalance. You could have your awakening to get that balance. This is partnerships. They're getting that inner standing. Now they're gaining insight as to the people, situations and things that was trying to dismantle their balance. But you had your own balance. They tried to knock you off. But you kept on keep on moving because you had that light energy. They tried to bring stress and conflict towards you. And that was people from the past and the present. But you knew and you identified this and you just ricocheted it back because it was like, what comes out goes back. You knew you was connected. You had the astral connections because you had the emotional challenges. You just started. You kept on moving. You didn't wish for it. You worked for it. You just counted the lessons. You identified these things and you just let yourself hear in the morning. You heard and you were steadfast. You kept on moving. You had to be your own guardian. You had to get that connection to the divine. You had to understand the light codes. You seen the secret temptations. You had to identify which way do I want to go. You used your third eye and you connected and you moved with the divine. You didn't want to be able to move with the bad past because you know you had to go through that kundalini arising. And when you have your awakening, that kundalini arising and that spirit licks and vertebrae and that awakening hits you and makes you have to identify and recognize yourself, that's a different level. That makes you have to look and identify who I am. It makes you feel sad, but then you have to uplift yourself back again. You have to give yourself these positive energies. You have to speak good towards yourself because you know success is the ability to be able to grow from one failure to another with no loss of enthusiasm. So you knew you had to keep on moving. You had to keep on expanding. You had to listen to the third eye. You seen the secret temptations. You thought, no, let all you be done within love. So you did everything within love. You kept on keep on moving forward even when people was trying to block you and stop your foundation, stop your stability, stop your home life. They tried to make sure that you was not moving. They wanted to put bad health towards you, but you didn't wait. You didn't wait for the perfect moment. You just took the moment and you made it perfect. So you was your own guardian. You had that guardian energy. You claimed it. You reclaimed it because you had that third eye activated because you knew it doesn't matter how slow you go as long as you don't stop. So you didn't stop. You kept on moving. You kept on unlocking all those light codes, water signs. You got in your emotions. You got in your thoughts. You got in your feelings. People tried to block you from those thoughts. Look, stop you. All this dropping and blocking and stopping you. So all my cards are dropping and blocking in. They tried to stop you. That I'm going to turn it around. They made you to have to go to the world because it was changes. I'm turning it around because I had the cards upside down. So they've had to make you go to the world for changes. You've had to look at these changes. It was that ebb and flow. You knew this had to happen. All them things had to happen for a reason because that was accomplishments and that was fulfillments. These people was trying to do things for their own accomplishments and fulfillments, for their wholeness, but you had to be able to gain it because it was your success. You had to do it all within love. You knew if it wasn't perfect, you had to take the time to be able to make it perfect. And it was that change. You had to make that positive change. You may not have wanted to make the changes. You may not have wanted to move with them. But the Most High God said, no, it's time to expand. We've got to take this positive energy. We've got to move with it. We've got to look out into the horizons. You've got to be that creative person. You've got to use your third eye, be activated. Make sure, because it's that energy, it's past and present. Am I going to go forward? You know they had to move from these people. These people maybe wanted to move towards you now. Now they're trying to manifest you back in their life because they're wanting justice. You could be being creative and you could have had to create your justice because you had to be your own guardian energy. You had to get the light codes. You had to get the inner standing to be able to overstand because three people was trying to mess about with your relationship and putting you in a third party situations and make you not know what to want to do because that was your lover, that was your friend, and they tried to mess about because they was just working hard. Three of Pentacles with different people. You had to open your intuition and identify these people that was playing about, and that was your lover who must have been expanding and playing about with people. But the world had to change, because now they're looking, and they're looking at you, water signs. They're in their emotions. They're gaining this inner standing to overstand situations, because now they're looking all the hard work that they put in the foundations, their home life. They're looking at their roots, they're looking at their emotions, and they're thinking, oh my God. You could be a feminine energy that they're thinking about, because they're now looking within their heart. They don't know what to do now. They want to be able to rush in to be able to come and give you justice. Water sign, this is a Knight of Wands. They're coming in with full of love and emotions. They're trying to be creative with their wand. They've got some willpower. They're coming with some passion, and they're trying to just understand. They've got this personality. But the Sun in reverse, that's come down. So they could be the Sun in reverse. So they could not be coming, and they know new beginnings might not be coming towards them for you, because they was with people from their past, or the people from the past was working too hard and wanting these new beginnings with you. But they trying to be a fool, because now they're looking and they don't know how to move, because these past people, they could have had a lover from their past and they was messing about and playing with you. Then the world's had to change, and they're identifying and looking at these ones, and they see that really you're that Sun, and they want to be able to come towards you, and they want to be a fool and be elite, because they're trying to be loyal and royal, and they're just looking, and their dog's even saying to them, yeah, idiot. The dog's not even looking in their direction. The dog's looking in a different direction, because they're saying, you're an idiot. How did you do that? How are you going to take this chance to move forward now? Because now they want to be able to come towards you for victory. They're in this Seven of Wands. They're looking to be able to take action. They're in their emotions. They're trying to be creative, because they may be even coming with the King of Pentacles to be able to come and give you an offer, and they just don't know how. But really, they want to come like they're a king, but they're going to come in like a page. So they're going to be trying to act and be able to really speak, but really then they're going to come with a lot of action, and they're going to be coming more with love. They're going to be creative. They're trying to come and use their lowest chakra. So you best mind that they don't come in with a lot of speaking and a lot of talk, some information about this Emperor. So this King of Pentacles could be coming towards you about this information about this Emperor who've been messing about and working hard and giving over to other people and putting you in the Five of Swords, having this conflict and instability. So this Emperor could be now having this conflict and instability. You could be this Emperor now in your emotions, trying to think, how am I going to be creative? How am I going to balance out this? Because I've got two swords in my hand and there's three coming towards me. Now that Emperor's really feeling hurt, and they don't know how to come towards you and speak. Let's take two more. Oh gosh, how much more came out? So it says the Two of Wands. So now they're balancing and juggling, and they're thinking, how am I going to move forward? Which way do I move forward? Because they left you out in the cold. They could be feeling left out in the cold. And now they've got the Wands, because their wand is not so special now. They need to be able to come and now to identify what they're not doing right, to be able to create this, because they was putting themselves in different places and they're not moving too correct, because they come in for victory, but the victory may not be theirs, because the Most High God says, no, you need to go back and learn. They're coming towards you on a chariot, water signs. I don't know who this person is in your life, what this person's got going on in your life, but we did it the wrong way around. So let's take this and identify who these people are and what they're learning from this thing, and why they're coming and what they add you in with the truth of a child. So they could be coming to tell you about a truth of a child. They was a bit feeling left out in the cold now, because this lover that they had, they was giving indecisive, and it was fun and romance that they was making, and it was art, and it was due to the dramatic parts of the certain things, and that was romance and love affairs that they was doing. They could have been playing, it was that childlike spirit. They was in that childlike spirit trying to play with you and mess about with your thoughts and your feelings, and now they've messed about with theirs due to their ego and their vitality. They didn't actually realize what they was doing at the specific moments in time. They was just doing lust and greed and pride, and they wasn't identifying who you actually really was at that time. And now they're looking at their conscious mind. You could have been in your conscious mind, and you could have been aware of these situations and these things what these people was doing towards you. So just take it all as it resonates. Leave the rest for the best. This could have been a Leo. This could have been a fire sign. You could have had to get in your fire sign energy and had to been brave. This could have been somebody who was controlling and being stubborn due to they was being vain. That was just ruling all over their fifth house. A Capricorn. Dedication. Somebody could have been dedicated to be able to achieve these things. You could have been dedicated and steadfast to be able to know the truth, because you identified the truth. And you had to identify these. You was organized. You was cautious. These people tried to make you insecure, so you had to detach and stay upright. And that was all long-term goals. That was their long-term goal, a structure. It could have been a reputation. They could have been messing about. This could have been a masculine messing about with their reputation. It's resulting from the rules that was imposed by those doing things dramatically towards you, to affect you, to hurt you, to enable you to be lacking, but you continue to achieve because you gain the wisdom, you gain your structure, you gain discipline. Now they could be trying to gain structure and gain the discipline to be able to come towards you, and you just use your intuitions because you was perfect. You looked at the attitude from the past. You identified these things. You are seeing you was protective. You had to be creative. You used intuitions because you was loyal. And you just felt these things. You looked at the habits of what they was doing. You identified it because you was that empress. You knew that the world was at to change. And that was it, resulting from things from the past, because these were people from your past life. It's diplomatic. And it was relationships. And it was get a fair deal. You wasn't getting your fair deal. You seen the marriages and the contracts. And they messed about with your marriages and your contracts. Now they maybe wanted to come back because they was having business partners with shared interests with other people. So they're coming now because they weren't able to tell you I love you. Now I'm looking at the beauty of the presence. They was having beauty and pleasant romance with other people, as you did in the past. So they did these things in the past life towards you. So these are all things from the past life. Your home, your family, do what makes you feel secure. So these people was messing about with your room, your comfort, your stability. They was determined to be able to do these things. That was the habits and that was the security. These was things that was hidden, that was illusions, it was moon. This could have been a feminine energy. This was things to make you feel certain feelings. You identified these things. You had to let go of these people. Now they're in their feelings. Now they're identifying. Now they wanting to be able to let go of certain people, places, situations and things up to a minute. So now they've got to get in alignment for their assignment, because they're feeling all of these things, and that was all like their home, their foundation, their stability, and that's the creation of the things what we're doing. They're gaining it from a perfect form. Now they're looking for the sun, for the new beginnings. They're seeing things bright. They see you, that bright light. You're that bright light. You're that source. They see that they was in their ego. They see the vitality, the life purpose of the forces, and now they're getting that conscious energy. This is all a Leo energy that was doing this water signs. So you may be in that Leo energy. You may have to be brave. You had to take your own control because they was ruling over your romance, your love. And that was all resources. And that was to be able to maintain it. And you had to look at your resources and maintain it and the practicalities of what these people was doing. And it was resulting from the productivity from Taurus. So they was just all in their thoughts. They was persistent and they was dependable. But you had to have your power. You had to be stubborn. They were stubborn. They could have been possessive and just materialistic towards the things because they was wanting to create and take these things. It was all due to money and work and your daily routines and your values. People are all watching and alluring and drawing to the things that you've got and not the things that they've got. They're not identifying and recognizing to be able to make themselves move forward. So take it all as it resonates, water signs. Leave the rest for the best. Don't stress. We'll go with the kipper and then we'll go backwards. So it says change. You may have had to make a change. You're a privileged woman, so they could be changing, making a change to be able to come towards you. You could be this wisdom, this privileged woman who's gained wisdom, gained the intuitions, gained your understanding to be able to overstand. You just expanded yourself. You worked with the divine. You listened to your spiritual guides because you're privileged. You're highly favored. They didn't realize that you was highly favored. Now they're looking at this privileged woman. They want to be able to come towards you, to be able to give you a gift. Now this masculine's got concerns. They're like they're having in harmony. They've got health issues. They could be having problems. They could be feeling their own thoughts. They could be in their feelings. They could have in bad health due to these lovers. And this official person could be coming to tell you now that this person's got bad health. This lovers, they could be coming to give you a gift. You could be getting a message of concern, water signs. So take it all as it resonates. You could have got a message of concern in regards to this man in despair. You could be in despair. Somebody could be having stress and conflicts at this time and feeling in despair due to the fact that the official person has just identified about this lover, has come and put them into bad health, and now they've got concerns and they may want to be able to come and gift you, the privileged lady. So take it all as it resonates because they're looking at the positive changes that they need to make and you've made within your life. And these are people that are all coming from your past life. So you could have been getting telepathic messages coming towards you, not knowing what to think, not knowing what to say. Let's see what the telepathic messages that you could have been getting from the divine. It says yes, strength, confusion, and marriage. So now they brought and emotions. So they called stress, confusion due to marriage. So they're in despair. This official person, because of the lover. Now they're having bad health. They've got concerns because they want to be able to come and gift you. They could have been gifting somebody else. This person could have thought they was a privileged lady. They made them make changes. They took a marriage which brought confusion towards you. You had to gain your own strength and your stability because these people was messing about your firm foundations. They've been playing and ramping with your stuff. They was doing it and creating. They was trying to create new beginnings on your behalf. You had to protect and guide yourself. You had to look at the results from the people, what they was doing. They was focusing on your finances. They was in your house and your routines. They was messing about with your relationships. They didn't want you to continuously keep on moving forward because that was all about your romance, your love, your joy, your peace, your prosperity. But the Most High God had for you. People was trying to dismantle it from you. They didn't want you to be able to gain it. Let's have a picture of these people, who these people actually really are. See if we can get a photo. You've got the light, somebody with blonde hair, somebody with mixed colour eyes, somebody with dark skin, baby face, unhealthy habits. That's already came out because of Jezebels. Medium skin tone, coarse curly hair, tribal, plus size, redhead. And it says scars, animated eyes. So this person's got animated eyes, who they could have been messing about with. You could have animated eyed, curly hair, scars, dark skin. Take it all as it resonates. Leave the rest for the best. Let's see. Oh no. Let's go this way because this is all messed up. We're not joining nobody, so we're declining your ass. I'm not here to be chatting. I'm here just doing a reading. Now, you could be ascending and learning there, ascending and learning there, looking at the old school ways and their outdated thinkings. And then I identify and recognize which ways to be able to come towards you. Because they need to be able to be the fool. And they're doing outdated thinkings because it was past stuff now. So they now need to go get that bright transformation for that new beginnings, because for that new phase. They're trying to identify themselves. They want to be able to come. They don't know because they're looking at the competitionings. They're replaying events in their mind and in their thoughts. They don't know what to be able to do. Now they want to be able to come because they're feeling head over ears. They're stressed. And that was due to the things that they was doing towards you. What signs? So they could be able to come and give you a love call now. They may be wanting to be able to come and express this love towards you. Because now they're mirroring each other. A reflection, it's transformation. You're not mirroring them, but they're mirroring their fate. Now what you felt, they're now identifying their feeling. They're feeling all these emotions, all these thoughts. That's flowing with inside of them now. They're getting connected to the spiritual guides, the ancestors. Hey, Portia, well, go on, brethren. You're lucky I've seen you there, because I've been ignoring everybody. Oh, right. So, water signs, this is for you. Right, it says, so now the people are heartbroken because they're gaining this reflection. They're looking at the mirrors. They want to be able to come and express a call for you because they had outdated love. Now they're looking at pictures. They're reminiscing. They're making back memories. They may, because there was a runner, and now they want to become with an engagement ring to be able to come with commitments, because they're going to tell you, babes, you're my twin flame. So sorry, yeah, around. Now I'm looking back at these pictures. I'm feeling all hurt, heartache and sad. Yeah, I know, I just tried to make you mirror me and thought you was going to come, but you didn't come, so now I'm expressing this stuff. Remember, I'm old school. I had some old school thinking. The way I was learning, I was moving with my left brain. They wasn't connected like you was connected. Now they want to be able to come and tell you about, you're my lover, you're my friend, I miss you. Meanwhile, you're just looking at the angel numbers, protecting and guiding yourself along this way. You're gaining this inner strength, 2727. You gain that inner standing to overstand because you possess inner strength. Use it to be able to overcome these challenges on your journey. So you use it with the astrology. You gain the knowledge, the wisdom. Your brethren, are you like all wanting me to play some games? Is this how you like sit on here like this and be chatting with people? I'm playing good games. Stop requesting me. Sorry, we're not doing no requests. 1313, trust your intuitions. Trust your intuitions. It's guiding you towards a brighter future. So continuously trusting your intuitions. It's gaining you towards a brighter future. Know better, do better. Your brethren, I am not going live. I don't know why people keep coming to go live. Right, let's take out my bag. Let's see what's in my bag. Stays out my bag. Because what's in my bag is information for you lot. Knowledge, wisdom. To understand, overstand. All situations, people, places and things. So just help yourself, enable yourself to keep growing and glowing on this life's path journey. I feel hot in here. So it's a lot of work out here, water signs. I want to finish this. I've got a long childhood message and I need to be able to do this message because boy. Alright, let's see what you got. It says a fire sign, a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. You're out here quantum leaping on these lot. You're just learning, preparing, protecting, enabling yourself to keep moving forward, letting go of any confusion, any hurt, pain, even when people are coming back and trying to be able to come to you. You just know better, you're just doing better. It says they want to take action to return back towards you. Look, they're looking, they want to be able to take action to return back towards you, to the owner of their heart. So they're saying, babes, you're the owner of my heart. I'm looking into the window of my soul and I can feel this now. I can't lie on you. You have got the prophecies, what they want for you. It's the future. They know that life will be the same, won't be the same without you, like a distance. They be moving quick and fast to get ready. They're moving quick and fast to get ready. You just continue being that light bearer, even though the face of injustice or hardship face, just leave it to the Most High. Even if you need assistance, how to respond, allow time. After all, they left you for a while to come to you to do right for restoration of their judgment. So now they left you for a long time. Now they're gaining this because of their secret temptations. They're identifying that you're their eternal love. Meanwhile, they was expanding and you just expanded. You connected to the divine. You looked at your energy signature. You just says, I send you love and light, peace and joy. You had your intuitions. You was connected to the divine. This fire sign, this could have been a fire sign. Water signs doing this towards you. But you was your guardian. You gained your energy. You kept on moving forward because you just fighted towards your own victory. You said, I am that I am. Do you get it? And what will be, will be. You know, if the world was going to create and change and move around, you just knew because you was expanding within your mind. You looked at the left side, the right side. You listened to your spiritual guides, your ancestors. You knew thyself. And you just continued because cocoa nut in your car or house for protection, door, bed. Do you hear that, people? A coconut gives you protection, right? Don't ask me where I found this information, Google it. But it gives you protection in your house, your car, underneath your bed from bad energies. Look, it restores, refines you. The moon shifted, moon shifting. So these illusions, what people put into your place, it's shifting. What was in the dark, it's come to the light. The Most High God says, no, do you know my light bearer? Someone from the past is coming back to bomb a fire. So somebody from your past is coming back. They're seeing them light codes. They're getting that activation. They're listening to their heart. And that's going straight to their brain. It's ricocheting them thoughts and those feelings. And they're saying, Lord have mercy, Lord, oh me, I got to go and go get that person something. Let me just be this magician now. I got to get in alignment for this assignment. I need to get in my emperor energy. Because I need to go and give my girl, my man some justice. Because my heart's feeling you now. So now they're feeling that because they're running back to you, running back to my ex. I'm gonna marry her. So they're running back to you. They want to marry you. Water signs, get married there. So they're gonna say, meet me at the altar in your white dress. You can wear a purple one as well because it's purity. Because we ain't get no young girl. We might as well do it. They're saying I'm coming back. It says Japheth, Endgate. Well, enlarged, expanded, growth, prosperity and influence, divinely granted blessings, descendants, expansions, influences across vast places. So that's what you'll be doing. You'll be expanding, you'll be influencing others, people, places and things. Captain America, time stone, out of your own time. So it's out of your own time. It's just all divinely guided by the Most High God. You're on some Captain America shit. You're on some time stone shit. Individually, you're privacy. So your privacy. So look at your privacy. Orange. We're orange because you're overcoming challenges. That's willpower and harmony. And you're looking at your aspirations. So all those things, what people try to block you. Don't wait for the perfect moment. You just took it and you kept on moving. You move with love. You had that orange because you're an orange. So keep on being that orange because you just slowly keep on going and keep on moving towards the things that you need to be able to do. Put on your frock. Go out. Get down. Keep on moving because you're quantum Putin. that solves problems to complex and classical computers. So you're just solving complex problems, the astral sides of certain life. You're just looking at certain people when they're chatting shit. You're just listening to your computer within your brain, your mind. You're analysing, you're recognising, you're putting the astral, you're putting the astrological, the sociological, the spiritual, the financial, the emotional. Look at all the O's there, the keys. Connect the keys. Connect the keys to the dots, people. So refining, to restore, for much more. So you just refine to connect to those keys, the emotional, the spiritual, the astral, all of that for much more. Continues to keep going because you straight disappointing them, not giving any energy. So you're just straight disappointing people. You're not giving them no energy. You say love and light, go on about your business. Need inner standing for where treasure is. There your heart shall be also. Luke 12:34. So you need understanding to where the treasure is, your heart, your soul. The soul is in your heart. So get to know where it is, what you're doing, what you're doing. Please don't be like that. I'm sorry. Please don't be mad at me. This is what they're coming to say to you. I'm mad at myself. Yep, you better be. Just learn better, do better next time. They said marriage was to help me heal my wounds. You enabled me to bleed and to heal my past issues. So when you get married, it's to help you heal any wounds that you got, because then people that you meet, your relationships, just a mirror reflection of yourself. What you don't like within yourself, that person's going to come and show you all that motherfucking shit, bug the motherfucking day, the life's out of you, make you identify, recognize yourself, because that person is a bug, but you are the bug. So you need to identify what you need to heal, because then people make you bleed. They give you them wounds. They make you have to identify. They make you have to embrace them feelings. They make you have to go to them stepping stones. They may have to change your attitude. They may have to change your direction. You may have to look at certain negative aspects of yourself and change it to be positive. You have to get that willpower. That's that endurance. That's why it's called long pain and suffering. And then you have to call onto the Most High to get your awakening, to keep on moving forward. So you just continues to go in, because they tempered to do the dry run. So they did that dry run. They didn't do it. You should have done the dry run. The people like to do the wet run, and then after the wet run you want to realise, oh shit, am I going to go back? How can I what am I going to do? That person's got nothing here. But it's just revealing. It's revealing your true self that you need to look at, those actions, those meaningful ones. And it's got to be meaning for yourself as well as other people. To think about the actions, because every action has a reaction and every consequence. You know how it goes. Co-workers to gain more wisdom. So you're co-working with the divine, with the spirit, to be able to gain wisdom. You've been telling her, spread the message. Oh, I know, I'm spreading the message, Lenisha. Don't you worry. Sorry, Goddard. Sorry. That's how I can't do it, because I chat. I'm too real. I'll speak your name. I'll say every fuck thing. You get me? I can't help it. Courage and clarity. You're able to identify and recognize inner dynamics, because you know them people who are at the bottomless pit, who are full of shit. They need to heal. They need to be filled, because they're at their low foot bottom. And when you're in your foot bottom and that low dense energy, you got them negative vibrations. You're at lust, greed, pride. You're looking for that sex. You're looking for the stability. You want all that social structures. You want people to know who you are. But it's best to know who you are in a good way than a negative way. Instead of being a Jezebel, Latvia spirit, going on like you're all big and bad and you're just sad inside. He doing self-care. So now the big and bad is sad because they've got to do self-care. So because you're strong and you're clear, so keep on being strong and clear. And I hope all of you lot heard. Thanks for listening. Oh, you lot, you lot, take care. I'm going to feel you, Pete.